guys, it's Maddie. Welcome back to my channel. Today is kind of a different video. I saw Mel Reed's do this and I had heard that she was making the video when we were doing sprints for Patreon thing. And I thought this would be a great idea because I'm currently in a slump and I'm not going to point out which book. And I decided what a great idea, and that is to read the first chapter of some books and seeing which one intrigues me more and makes me want to continue reading. I think I might have about 4 or 5 books that I'm going to read the first chapters of, and we're going to see how that goes. But the first book that I want to give the first chapter go of is Sky Without Stars by Jessica Brody and Joanne Rendell. That is cool. What the heck? Oh my god, there's more. There's another one. I'm gonna read chapter 1, and if it keeps my attention then I'll read some more first chapters and then we'll decide which one hooked me more. We'll do like a little spoiler-free reading vlog for that book and see if that was a success. But first book, Sky Without Stars. Let's give the first chapter a go. Okay, hi everyone. Oh, the light is a little bit, oh, hang on. We're just gonna have to deal with the light on the side for now. I just finished the first chapter of Sky Without Stars. It took me a little while because I kind of got distracted, which is not a good thing, and I think this is the problem with reading downstairs and also on my phone. I get very distracted by the TV and what is on. I'm gonna rate the first chapters out of 10 because I feel like 5 is a bit too, it's not enough, you know? So we're rating it out of 10. For this first chapter of this book, we're in, is it Chaston? I'm gonna call her Chaston. In this first chapter we see her way of surviving, which is being a thief and stealing stuff and obviously being really good at like pickpocketing, I guess, you know, taking stuff from people. And we have things like cyborgs and I can't remember what it's called. Is it droids? Obviously I thought it was like drones, but then it said it was pushing people out of the way, so I'm thinking it's just like robots and that. This book is reminding me, for some reason it comes into my head on Astro Boy. Completely forgotten what it is. Alita, yeah, with all those like robots and that. It's like a combined of 2 of those. And from what Shannon explained was that the people who are thieves and get caught, killers and all that, they go onto the moon. It reminded me of Astro Boy and Alita because in Astro Boy you have this like city that's like above, and then all these like, it's like a massive ass dumpster. I don't know what it is. I think it's just like a whole city and they drop stuff off down there. And also a leader where they have like the superior people at the top and then you have more the people that can't really survive on the bottom kind of thing, you know. And that's what it reminded me of, which I feel like is great because I do love both of those movies. They're pretty good. And so far I would say this book had a bit of action at the start, which was good. We had a little bit of a chase, I guess. And so I would probably rate this probably about like a 6 or a 7. I'm gonna say a 7 because I feel like any lower than, I feel like 5 and lower, it's like it grasps you a little bit but it doesn't make you want to continue reading. And then like above that it's just like, it interests me, I might want to continue reading and all that, see how the next couple chapters go. Okay, on to the next book. I'm kind of debating, I don't know. How long is the first chapter? I need to see. Oh, that's it? Oh, these are extremely short chapters. Like extremely short. Oh my god. The next book I'm going to read is by a very, very famous author, and that is The Institute by Stephen King. He is very, very popular in the thriller / horror aspect. And obviously we have things like The Shining, It, but we're gonna try and give this one a go. This one is very short, so I mean that is great. I will update you guys in a minute once I've finished the chapter. Okay, I know that he wrote a lot of books, but I didn't realize it was this much. Oh my god. My legs look so awkward. But it's comfortable. I read the first chapter of The Institute and I read a little bit of the second chapter just to see if anything changed. I would probably give this, I don't know, I would probably say a 4. I was thinking like a 2 or 3, but I don't know, now that I've like kind of read the back a little bit, I was like, oh, that's why we're getting his point of view, because on the back it says Luke Ellis, who is supposed to be like the Institute thing, I'm pretty sure, but we also get point of view from a cop. that's who we get our first couple chapters of. And I don't know, it wasn't intriguing. The first chapter is just him being on a plane, and then basically someone had to give up their seat for this like business guy, a federal officer. There's a federal officer who apparently needed to get a ticket, apparently needed to get a seat on the flight even though it was full. I don't know his name, it literally just describes him as a Delta guy, and so they're trying to convince these people to give up their seat. And yeah, just wasn't really intriguing or anything. That's basically all it was. I feel like it's just one of those books that starts off really slow and then it'll start picking up, you know. But maybe I'll pick it up in the future, you know, when I'm in the mood for it. I just love this cover, it does intrigue me. That is the second book that I've read. What other one do I want to read? I'm not sure. Maybe Six of Crows. I do want to do a reread of it, and maybe that'll help me get in my slump. And the words are kind of big, so I don't really remember what the first chapter is. Oh my god, look at that. That is gorgeous. I feel like I should have picked out some books that kind of intrigued me, but it's probably been over like 10 minutes before I could actually film, because my dog decided to start trying to get out her own knot, and it's loud. Anyways, I've decided to read the first chapter of 5 Survive because I feel like it'd be good to read a thriller for now, and then I can choose some fantasy books in the meantime. Without further ado, for this book, let's read the first chapter. I've got home from work and I've had some lunch, but I did end up reading the first chapter of 5 Survive last night. I feel like the issue with thriller books is that they start off slow, so the start isn't really that interesting. Probably give this a 4 out of 10 as well, just because at the start they're in this RV and they're just talking. Nothing else has actually really happened. They might have pissed a few people off while on the road because they were about to miss their exit and all that. Yeah, I don't really have much to say about this book. Kind of difficult to like say what I would think from the first chapter of a thriller book, because they do end up slow unless you have those really captivating first chapters where it's like a murder happens, the murder happens, and then the next chapter it's maybe a couple of years after, a couple of years before, or a couple days before or something. I don't know. Not much to say about it. I would obviously have to keep reading it. Yeah, apparently it's a great book. So I've only read through 3 books of the first chapter. I think I might go for one more, but nothing is calling my name, honestly. I think I actually might try Cry as War, because this is on my TV of the month and I want to see how it goes. But we're gonna read the first chapter of this one and hopefully it hooks me, I guess. I seriously would choose a romance, but there's nothing I want to read. We'll see how this one goes. I just finished the chapter for Cry as War. This was like an 8-page chapter, and I know looking through it the chapters are long, and I don't know if I'm in the mood to read a book with long chapters. I still do want to read this for the month, but as of right now I don't think I would read it. First chapter wise, it was very political because we were talking about the politics in the world while she was hunting, and I didn't realize that the character's name was Crier. I don't read the book, so I didn't know. I think there are things called maid. I don't know if it's just like, so you have 2 different sides. You have the humans and you have maid. You have these people that create them out of, I'm pretty sure it was like animals or something. Okay, so basically a midwife had apparently sabotaged a maid that the midwife had made. This is really confusing to say. So I guess it's like things that are made of a mix of things, even though they're probably still human, I guess. And Crier is a maid who's getting married to a guy for political reasons. It kind of feels like one of those marriages for a kingdom or something, but I know it's probably for like the government kind of thing. It's only the first chapter, but some of the political stuff just went over my head, and I think it was just a bit too long. It needs to be like maybe a bit more spread out, I guess, with all the political stuff, because I don't like it being in like the first chapter like this and that, and I'm just like, okay, I get it. I would probably rate this a 6, mainly because the politics, but also she was just hunting in the woods for food. Well, it's hard to like decide from a first chapter because some of them start off slow, some of them start off fast, but it's like the ones that are slow are actually really good, and then some of the fast ones might be okay or they're good. Should I just stick to those 4 books? I think we might. I don't want to go into like too many books, so we're just gonna choose from the 4 that I have read the first chapters for. I am leaning towards more Sky Without Stars or one of these books. Even though I rated these 4, I feel like they could be interesting the more you get into it, because it's a thriller and some thrillers start off slow. We're gonna go with 5 Survive because I feel like even though the first chapter was a little like rocky for me and being like, oh, do I like it, do I not, I feel like it'll pick up, and I trust Holly Jackson with my whole entire heart. You know, if I don't end up liking it like maybe 100-200 pages in, you know, I can just switch over to this one. I will start this tomorrow because I'm gonna go to bed because I am very tired. It is almost 12 o'clock and I need some sleep. I need to do an update on this. Oh, I got the light. I don't think I've actually done an update yet on it. It's been a couple of days and I haven't read anything at all because I just haven't felt like reading, and I didn't really want to force myself to. Like, I tried to read a little bit and I just couldn't do it, so I've left it, and now I just want to read, which is great. I am on page 63, chapter 8. I just find it so much more creepier when when it's nighttime. The vehicle that you're driving, or you know, basically living in for however many hours in the middle of nowhere, not realizing someone's there creeping on you, and is where you need to shoot down all your freaking tires after you just changed one of them. I saw they actually changed this cover, so now the background is actually yellow and I think the writing's in blue, or it's in black, I don't know. I like this one. It looks nicer, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I just want to keep reading right now, but I felt like I needed to update because we're getting into some shit right now and I'm very scared. With some of the characters, I do not like Oliver already. I'm pretty sure it's Oliver. He annoys the hell out of me. He's just rude to Red, our main character, who is the person we're getting our POV from. I don't know how Rena is with him. I'm just questioning it. Like, he's a bit more like soft apparently with her and all that. I'm just like, I don't care. You're questioning why she's not going to college? Really? Saying that she's basically a disappointment because she's not going to college? Anyways, I'm gonna keep reading, see how it goes. It's currently 11:30 right now and I don't want to stop reading the book, but I know I'm gonna have to so I can actually sleep. But we'll see how it goes. I actually don't know the last time I updated at all, and I just wanted to say right now I'm not having a great eyebrow day, so I am doing an update for 5 Survive and how it's going while I do my makeup. There's been 2 major things that have happened and has left me going, what the hell is happening, which is expected for a thriller book like this. But I haven't read many thrillers at all, so I feel like my expectations might be a bit high. I don't know really what to say without spoiling the book at all, and I'm really trying to keep it spoiler free because it is still, it's not a new release. I don't think a lot of people would have read it yet, you know? It's on people's TBRs. Other people are reading other books, so I can't really say much about it. But I will say that I'm enjoying it. I don't think it's a full 5-star yet, but I feel like that's what happens with thriller books. It's like you go through it maybe with a 3-star or a 4-star, depending on how you're liking it and if it's keeping your attention, which this book really is. There has been a little plot twist which has changed the game, or the like direction that, you know, everyone inside the RP was going with, which is not great whatsoever. So I'm about halfway through the book now, I would say. I'm 183 pages in, chapter 23. I will continue reading this tonight because I do want the vibes at night. I don't know, and I feel like I get through it a lot more quicker because it's more enjoyable at night. Anyways, I want to go film now. I might have to change my battery because it's not going to work out whatsoever if I keep this battery in, but we'll see how it goes. What the hell is going on? I am 80% into 5 Survive right now. I haven't been able to put it down today at all. I was on, I think, 53% last night, and then I got to maybe 60% or something. I'm not sure. Somewhere, I think it's somewhere in the 50s, and then I've now just gone into the 80%. I haven't been able to put it down even though I have been getting distracted from it. So I feel like I would have finished it already, because what the hell is happening? I literally came upstairs before I was laying in bed so I could read it, and I have to update. This shit is ridiculous and I want to scream. Holly Jackson just has this way of just writing such a good book. Like, you may think it starts off slow a little bit, like, oh, something's happened, you go back down a little bit, then you go up and you go down, and then you hit like the maybe 60% mark, I would say, and then you go all the way up. And you come down a little bit thinking, oh no, it's gonna slow down. Nope, back up. That's how I feel with her books, especially with A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, 100%. You would think you would get bored with reading this book because they're just in an RV the whole entire time, figuring out a way to get out, but it's entertaining and I'm loving it. One of these characters, I'm not gonna say who, but if you have read the book then you'll know who I'm talking about, but they are giving me the shits. I swear to God, they're on something because they're just annoying me so much. I was like, what the hell are you doing? You're not thinking straight. And I don't care if you're thinking straight, you're not, but you're also such a terrible person, and it annoys me. So it's just getting very good. I'm interested. I need to know what happens. I don't know what to say without spoiling because I don't want to put spoilers in it, but I'm glad that I actually picked this up. It has taken me a little while to read because I am still in a slump, just a little bit. Okay, you know what, I've been talking with terrible lighting this whole entire time. I am so sorry. I'm gonna keep reading and I'm gonna see what happens. I will mostly update at the 90% mark. I'm on the last chapter of what hour? I was gonna update every hour. You know, I can't really do that without spoiling anything. Like, oh yeah, this happened. So I'm like, We're at 4 AM right now. We've got 2 more hours. I'm gonna continue reading. And we'll see what happens. I will update when I read 10% more of the book, or maybe when I finish it. My eyes are getting watery because oh my god, wait, okay, I need to put this down. Wait, I need to keep reading. Oh, what the fuck is going on? I'm about to fling my freaking Kindle across the room, but I'm not gonna do that because it's expensive and I don't want to do that ever. And I don't want to break it. What the? Why? I'm so confused right now. But why keep it for that long? Oh, they could have just revealed it before. I'm trying not to look. No, I'm covering it. Oh. Well, I was wrong about that. I have around 40 pages left, I think. And it says I would finish it in an hour 40. What with the speed that I'm reading it right now. I'm on chapter 38 now. I am, oh my god, I'm 86% in. It's only 6%, but I don't know, I just feel like I'm reading it pretty quickly now. We're gonna sit back in this spot like yesterday because I need to talk about it. We have officially made it to the end of this video. Last night I finished 5 Survive. It took me a little bit longer than I expected. I had to take a little break because I was starting to get a headache from reading so much, and I'm not used to reading for that long. So I took a break and then I got back to it and then finished it. I honestly have no words for this book besides that if you're looking for a fast-paced, easy to understand thriller book, this is for you. I feel like Holly Jackson's books just get so much better every single time. You just have to expect the unexpected because this was just so good. I gave this around, I was gonna give this a 4.9 just because there were things in this book that was a little bit repetitive, just a tiny bit. Some things that didn't really need to be explained again. I don't know, there's just some things that didn't need to be in this book. Just like, it's tiny little things, they're not major, so it doesn't really affect my reading that much. That's just the only issue that I had, but maybe that's just a me thing. She just has a way of manipulating the readers to think one thing and then another second later something happens and you're just like no. I am not gonna lie, I'm very happy with the outcome with what happened at the end. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of laughed. It made me sad. The last chapter before 5 AM. Wait, not 5 AM. Before 6 AM. I don't want to say too much about this book except for you to go read it. I feel like I definitely made the right choice of picking this book up instead of a book that intrigued me a bit more. I feel like thriller books have a way of first chapter can be intriguing or it just isn't intriguing but you want to keep reading it. Obviously you need something that'll be able to hook you in and all that, and didn't really do that. I guess it didn't really hook me as much as I thought, but that's just how she writes her books, because then it grasps you in the next chapter and then the chapter after that. So I'm very happy that I read this book. That is it for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, I could do a part 2 to this video and find some other books that I want to read and see which one will hook me from the first chapter. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, turn on notification bell so you know every time that I upload, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!